And we're back with another episode of Scarlet Hollow. If you'd known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have just asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus station. Especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If you could only wipe the slate between the two of you clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. And again, maybe it's the perfect time. Sorry, it's really hard to read all this. It's really pretty out here. Yeah, just look at this artwork. Like, this is absolutely stunning. I mean, I already saw this image before, but like Abby is such a... Oh, she's so gifted, like... But then again, I'm not really an artist, so... Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as the guy in the bus called it, has probably seen better days. Still has a feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder suddenly, feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Gretchen, come back. Quit bothering strangers. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. And here's still the intrepid cryptic hunter. And she's wearing a Mothman shirt. I have no idea if... Should she have a southern accent? I'm just gonna keep talking normally. Let's pet the dog! You reach out and scratch Gretchen behind her ears. Her fur is soft and warm. She wheezes excitedly, digging her little nose into your palm, licking your hand. That's actually kind of cute. I actually have a dog, two dogs, and neither of them are pugs, but one of them is like a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. He's like this little thing. So cute. Well, I'm glad the two of you are getting along. Isn't she just the cutest? With how energetic she gets, you'd never know she's 17. Yeah, 17 is a... That's gotta be really old for a dog, right? Sure is. She's about 84 in dog years. Is that actually... In fact... Okay, people divide dog years by 7, I think. Okay, I'm pull out my calculator. Let's see. 7 times 7. Never mind. I'm just gonna... The moment she beats the current record holder makes it to 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But where are my manners? Talking to you for this long without introducing myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face out in the holler every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. Why are you blushing? You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Hi, I'm Odie. You must be Tabby's cousin, right? That's the only person I can think of who would come to town for the funeral. How's she holding up? To be honest, I've been a little worried about her. All alone up in that big house. I'm sorry, did you say Tabby? As in Black Tabby? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so... cute. She did it back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I swear, Stella, you did not say this before. Is she always so, rough around the edges? Yep, that's Tabby for you. I wouldn't take it too personally. I'm not sure what it says about her state of mind, that she's still her same old grumpy self. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even though she'd probably never admit it. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have ever gotten to being able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We ended up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. I'm not an expert on Shakespeare or Celtic mythology, so I don't know who Mustard Seed is. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way for the diner for a coffee, and they got amazing biscuits. My treat. Whoa, okay, this is where, this is where the update really comes in. Like, normally you just have to go along with her no matter what, which I was never really that against it, but it did feel a little weird that for a game that prides itself on player agency, that you had absolutely no agency when it came to Stella in the first episode. I'm not really hungry. It was nice meeting you. I'll be on my way. Okay, if you're sure. You're missing out, though. But I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. Don't be a stranger. The two continue up their way on the road, leaving you to your business. Oh, I know where I want to go. Oh, there she is. You wander into the quaint little general store. The country ambience clashes terribly with the goth woman behind the counter, who's been eyeing you with something between curiosity and dawning horror. I know I'm not hot, but I'm not... This is kind of why I wanted the hot trait, but I'm pretty sure... Oh my god. She was clearly trying to say it quietly, but of course you heard her. You're the only two people here. Farewell for... No, I want to talk to her. Like, she's my favorite character. Hi, are you looking for something in particular? So, okay, I'm just looking at the... I'm not gonna... Hi, I'm Odie. I'm meeting everyone in town. Oh, sure. I'm Kanika. Thanks for giving me the chance to pretend I didn't recognize you immediately. You're probably gonna get that a lot. That's the recognizing, I mean. Well, I've only come across 2 people so far. What's that squirrel behind you? Everyone in this town is so friendly. I just met this Stella girl on the street and she offered to buy me a biscuit. Oh, you already met Stella? Great, she's a much better welcoming committee than I am. You probably could have taken her up on the biscuit though. The diner makes them like you wouldn't believe. Those things spoiled me on biscuits forever. Anything outside the hollow just doesn't measure up. Man, there are a lot of is there a way to say this without without making it sound derogatory? Because I love her outfit. Farewell. So you know Stella? Oh yeah, I know Stella. We're the same age, which is a pretty big deal when you live in a town this size. We went to school together from K through 12. Dad was there too, a few years ahead of us. Not that a few years gives you any distance in a school that small. Anyway, Stella's probably the coolest person in town. She's a YouTuber. So am I, apparently. She's getting pretty big too. You might have seen some of her videos if you're into creepy stuff. It's mostly her running around in the woods looking for fake animals, which she doesn't find, but it's got a great found footage appeal to it. Even though I don't believe in that creepy stuff, every episode she gets me wondering if this is the one where she finds something weird out there. I mean, this doesn't... You feel like the first normal person I've talked to. What? Stella doesn't seem normal to you? She always felt like the most normal person I know. I won't fight you on it. Tabitha being weird, though, that girl has problems. How do you get... please don't take this the wrong way. How do you get away fast like that in a rural southern town? What, like they're gonna try me for witchcraft? Sure, I get weird looks sometimes, and there are definitely some ladies in town who made it their job to save my soul. But there are way too many hippies in these hills for most people to be concerned about what I'm wearing. And my mom is queen hippie, so I'm probably the least witchy person I know. Everyone my mom talks to as well, he'll be wearing a pointy hat and carrying a broom. Oh man, if I had the hot tray, that would have been very flirty. Anyways, what is there to do in town? I have a lot of time to kill. If you're looking for something exciting, you definitely come to the wrong place. The only restaurant we have in town is the diner. The only real place to hang out is probably the library. There's a gas station, for what that's worth, and there's a bar, but it's not exactly a place you want to go. It's a dive that's always full of money. I'm pretty sure the person who works at the diner, Avery, is throwing a party this weekend, in case you want to go to a weird house party with a bunch of strangers one day before a funeral. If I were you, I would just wait out the week, read a book, and hope the day is passed quickly. Then go back to your life and forget you were ever here. It doesn't sound like you're very fond of this place. No, I'm not. I spent enough time here for one lifetime. But getting out is always easier said than done. What do you think of Scarlet Hall? Do you want to be honest, or do you want me to sound like a tour guide? Want to be the tour guide mode, it has nice trees in autumn, though so does the rest of Western or North Carolina. If you want my honest opinion, I think this town is rotting from the inside, and it's only a matter of time until it finally breathes its last. But again, nice trees in autumn. I should probably buy something while I'm here. Oh, sure. Let's buy ice cream. You quickly head to the fridge, gathering the nearest frostbitten pint of ice cream and making your way to the register. Why does it say Goss? Oh wait, I just realized this is a beta, or an alpha, so there's still some bugs. We're unfortunately out of Hillbrook Creamery in case brand loyalty runs in the family. You know, let's not talk. I was hoping I could butter. Actually, no. I mean, I already know what she thinks about Mike. So, what do you think, Mike? That depends. Are you guys friends? Why do you ask? I don't know. She's been mean to me. We're family. Not yet, but maybe. Let's go with a... I don't know. I just met her. Well, if she's been a little mean, try not to take it personally. That's just Tabitha. Good luck with her this week. I mean it. The stuff that she and Prelin used to say about you, well, it doesn't bear repeating. My aunt used to talk about me? What did she say? If you really want to know, that you and your mom were stuck-up city people who thought you were better than the town. That your mom was for having you out of wedlock. That's good your mom left because she was gonna drink away your family fortune. She would just say anything. I never believed a word of it because I heard what she always said about my family too. And I knew nothing that came out of her mouth was worth any time. I think most people in town knew that. However, Tabitha's not most people. I'm not sure she believed it at all. I don't envy you having to spend the whole week with someone who thinks so poorly of you. And she's just generally difficult to be around anyway. Oh, before I get, how much do I owe you? $5? You and Kanika 5, as is custom, the ice cream is now yours. I almost want to say this, but it was nice chatting. I'll get out of your hair, but I'm sure I'll see you around. Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around. This town is like 3 streets wide. Okay. Thanks. Your precious ice cream should be able to survive a little more time for exploring the town. Oh boy, there's Oscar right there. There's a little pixel right there, and we got Rosalina, Alexis, and Becca. How much time have we spent? Okay. What you find inside the elegant building is not a town hall, as was suggested by the letters carved into the stone out in front. Instead, you find something that looks more like a library. In fact, it is a library. The air is thick with the smell of old paper and fresh coffee. A man busies himself sorting books on a mobile shelf, and a cat lounges on his desk nearby. There are a group of teens on the stairs, not sitting in chairs despite the prevalence of empty seats, as is their custom. They glance up at you with slight annoyance, as is also their custom. Oh, hi there. I'm Oscar. If you need any help, just let me know. The cat meows too at you in a seemingly warm greeting. Oscar, clear librarian here, smiles at you from behind the shelf of books, but as his eyes focus on your face, the smile fades, replaced with a look of dawning recognition. Wait a minute, you must be... Never mind. Who's that, Dad? Do you know him? No, Rosalina, don't worry about it. Oh my god. I'm not reading the thing, I'm just annoyed that she's talking. Wait, I heard somebody at school talking about how the long-lost Scarlet heir was back to town this week. You know, for the funeral. That must be him. But Becca, Miss Tabitha is the heir, right? Shut up, Alexis, I know what I heard. I think Alexis is right. I think Tabitha already owns the mines. You're 13, Rosalina. Stop acting like you know things. Oh, fuck you, Becca. Girls, please be nice to each other. Yes, this is Tabitha's cousin, and no, he isn't the true heir to the Scarlet fortune or anything like that. He's just here to pay respects to Miss Pearlan. So much for not making you feel like we know everything about you. I have to imagine that's a bit uncomfortable, but welcome to Scarlet Hollow, Odie. This man is the town librarian. If you have any lingering questions about history, he's probably a good person to ask. You seem knowledgeable. I had a few questions about the town. Well, it is my job to help with those. Great, a history lesson. What's the point in being and fall break if school's gonna fall us wherever we go? Then literally go into another room, Becca. You literally don't need to be here. I'm not forcing you to do anything. So this is like a company town. Do most people work at the mines? Oh my god. Sorry, give me a moment. Something went down the wrong throat there. The wrong pipe there. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't, and Kenegan's still at the general store. Or don't. And the folks at the diner, the gas station, the town doctor, jobs that exist just by virtue of this being a town. My dad works there. Yeah, basically everyone's dad works there. And my dad worked there too. I never said it wasn't the most prevalent job in town. Just that there are other things that Scarlet Hall has to offer. As for being a company town, those are technically illegal, since you have to pay people in money these days. But your cousin does own a fair bit of the properties around here. She leases them to the workers for less than she would charge non-employees, so there's a bit of an incentive to take whatever deal comes with that, even if it takes a chunk out of the paycheck. You didn't hear me making any claims about it, though. How long has my family owned the mine? Sorry, just checking. Oh, they started it. Even founded the town. There's a whole local history the kids are taught in school that talks all about the ways the Scarlet family has shaped the history of the Holler. And of course, there's the drama that they don't teach you about in schools that you learn from old ladies who like to talk. I think they latch onto it because it's fun to imagine it all unfolding in that big mansion like a real southern gothic novel. You mentioned drama. Are there any scandals I should know about? I'd say there have been more tragedies than scandals. At least that's the most of what I've heard. The Lost Generation gets brought up a lot. Your grandmother and her sister. I don't know if Vivian ever told you about them. Wait, I know about this. Miles Forsyth told me about it. Why are you saying his last name? He said Vivian Perlin's mom was like a teen mom, and she died in childbirth because they were twins and she was just gushing blood after. What about the sister? She died before that. Fell off a cliff or something when she was really young. How does Miles know? Is he sure? Yeah, he said he used to hang out with this kid whose mom was the town doctor who told him all about it. Are you talking about Reese? It's all true. There are articles in the archives about it. The Scarlet family's seen a lot of deaths. The boys from the previous generation died in World War II. There were even some in the generation before that who died in the collapse of 1918. Like I said, a lot of tragedy. How haunted is this town, would you say? Haunted? I suppose old towns collect their fair share of stories, and old buildings certainly carry a lot of history. It's hard to feel like you're ever alone in a place that's seen so many souls come and go. There are a lot of boarded up buildings on Main Street. Why do you think people still stay here? Why don't they leave like my mom did? That's a big question. Oh my god, that is way too much information. Wait, be quiet. I want to hear what they say. Don't tell me to be quiet, 13. Oh, shut the fuck up. Do you want the sincere answer or the cliff notes? I want to hear the sincere answer. Lay it on me. Alright, you asked for it. Now, I won't speak for folks who have never left, but as somebody who left for a while and came back, for me it was family and an obligation to other families in the community where I was raised. I watched so many of my peers struggle to finish high school, and many didn't make it that far. They had to work to help their families keep the lights on. They didn't have the choices my father made to give me because his goal in life was to keep me out of those mines. And he worked himself to exhaustion every day to make sure that never happened. And ultimately, my choice was to either abandon these people I'd grown up with or come back and use that education to try and make things better for the next generation. So I let parents drop their kids off all day in summer when they have to work. and I set up my little reading adventure stamp rally with them, and I try to get the county to buy us another computer so more people can access resources they don't have at home. Okay, this is important. Do you think a Japanese air dragon would like pizza or eclairs? Pizza. I would really go for a pizza right now. Why are these teenagers so stupid? Maybe rice cakes? Because they're all airy and rice cakes comes from Japan? Rice doesn't come from Japan. It comes from all of Asia. You'll learn that when you catch up with us in school, and that's why I'm the one clicking the answers. My vibe is eclairs. Plus there's nothing better for raising a kid than a couple of doting grandparents who wanted to spend time with her before they passed. That's difficult. Thanks for sharing. There are a lot of boarded up buildings on Main Street. Why do you think people... Wait, didn't I just ask that? Tell me your honest opinion. Is the mine doing well? That seems like a question for your cousin. I don't think I'm really the best judge of that. But if you ask me, I think she should look into renewables. Get a few windmills going, try to branch out into something a little less damaging to the earth and the people who live on it. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. Okay, I'll stop grilling you on history. Were you grilling me? I was enjoying getting to talk to someone who cares about history for once. But Dad, it's boring. Just because it's boring to you doesn't mean it isn't important, Rosa. Or interesting to other people. You pet the cat. He purrs loudly, leaning fully into your knuckles and stretch underneath his chin. He is way into this. So into this that he gives you an affectionate little bite and still purring like a motorboat, and you pull your hand away slowly before he can decide you're a fun toy to try and disembowel. Do you know my cousin? Well, everyone in town's like he's kind of knows each other, but I wouldn't say we're friends or even acquaintances. I know of her, and presumably she knows of me. I hope she's doing alright. I know how hard it is to grapple with the loss of a parent, especially so young. It's disappointingly common up here in these parts. People don't tend to go to the doctor until it's too late, and most of them live hard lives on top of that. It seems even Pearl Ann wasn't safe from the ravages of a mountain life. He's still doing it. Didn't they just meet? He's right, though. Didn't your uncle... Sorry, and... Tissue. Didn't your uncle die last year, Alexis? Yeah, he was pretty young and he got cancer. Now you guys are doing it. Oh! Learn some fucking empathy, Becca. I don't remember asking for a Greek chorus to chime in on my conversation, girls. And don't talk so loud. Oh, shut up. I met this girl still on the street. Do you know her? Still? Of course, she comes in here all the time to work on her little videos. She always does the reinventor too, which she really doesn't have to. It's pretty kid-oriented. But I think it's her way of being supportive. That's the YouTuber, right? Oh no. I know what you're gonna say. Yeah, I've seen some of her videos. They get views, it's kinda neat. Well, I'm glad you two are being nice. Definitely, she did this one on like a river monster down in Catawba River. I don't know how to say that. And she got some real footage. She totally found some. It got on the news. Oh, I remember that. It was totally a dog. Who cares? This quiz is way more interesting than any of those lame videos. What gem do you think a Japanese zero dragon would like? Are we just gonna gloss over that? I like emeralds the best. Get your head in the game. We're not playing to see what lamest drag it is. We're playing to win. I'm picking Lapis Lazuli. It has the prettiest name, and Japanese air dragons are the Yes. You know, I like Lapis too. That was I'm referring to Steven Universe, in case anyone wasn't... I'm not gonna say all these. I'd better... we got Sea Worm. Ew, we clearly too distracted by all that talking over there. I thought lives were supposed to be quiet places to... Again! You don't have to be here. You could literally just walk into a different room. It's... like, they're... She gets even worse than us. Come on, let's go to your place, Alexis. I feel like a 5-year-old when I hang out in the library anyway. You should have freaking do that from the beginning. I don't care if she's a teenager. I hate her. Yeah, we can watch a movie in your basement. Do you think your parents would mind? I can ask. They never mind. Come on, let's go. The teens start towards the door with Becca in the lead. Wait, Rosalina, when should I expect you back? We're doing a sleepover, right? I'll have to see. My mom was gonna make pot pies for dinner. That's okay, we can order pizza. God, you are such a controlling person. Their conversation fades as they walk out the door. Keep me posted. Teens, am I right? You say knowingly despite your lack of children. I'm sure I'll miss this when she's off at college. That's what I keep telling myself, at least. Anyways, I better go shelve these books before it gets too late, but feel free to stop by any time. You were lovely to chat with. Looks like the sun's shining soon. Maybe you'll see if a sleepy southern town like Scarlet Hall has a vibrant nightlife another day, but for now, you're ready to head back to the estate. Okay, I'm gonna stop right here, but again, we'll be back in part 3, so stay tuned.